Hey there, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aquarius Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. So today I am doing the reading for the week of October 14th through October 20th, and then I'm going to follow that up with a love reading. So if you just popped in because it said love, there will be a love reading. I will timestamp it if you want to drop right in on that. However, I would recommend that you stick around and watch what's going on for this week. Always remember to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising in case something is not resonating for you. Your sun sign, it's the core of you. It's how your value system is. It's how you view the world. And your rising sign is your personality. It's how the world's going to view you. And the moon sign is going to be how you react and respond to the energies around you. And so it looks like we have a whole bunch of cards here. Lots going on. Several major arcana. Oh, what a nice reading. I can't wait to get into it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so, I have to turn that so there we go. Okay, so lots of things. First things, let's go ahead and deal with the major arcana. They're important. So we have the death card. And the death card does not necessarily, rarely actually means that someone's physically dying. Usually it's the end of a major transition and the beginning of a new one. It's understanding that you are being guided by spirit, that there are people around you who are loving you and protecting you through this transformation. It's kind of like going deep within and having to really use your intuition of the high priestess to determine what you leap forward on, what you leave behind. The black cat represents the unconscious mind at work. The fox represents the need to be clever and cunning as you're figuring things out, and where do you leap forward. So following your intuition through this time of transition is going to be key, but you do need to and will be moving forward in a very victorious manner. You have the Chariot. The Chariot stays balanced while having fun. It is careful to let, it is possible that things can careen out of control and you could fall off and hurt your bum, so watch out for that. Kind of just pay attention to what you're doing, find the joy in it, find the pleasure in it as you move through this transitional time frame. Because what I'm seeing here is nothing but good stuff. So we have this, you need to take action, Knight of Wands. We're moving forward, moving quickly, kind of taking the bull by the horns and riding forward on something that you wanted to do. That with the Chariot right there tells me that you are definitely making some choices. You are moving forward on some things, so following your inner guidance, your intuition will be the way to go after you come out of this end of a cycle, this beginning of a new cycle. And this new cycle has some really amazing promise to it. It is the promise of knights. You have two knights. This one, the Knight of Wands, is all about action, but it's also a very passionate knight. And the Knight of Cups is also a passionate knight. This one is about taking action. This is about receiving. So it's the give and the take. It's the doing what you're passionate about and having it feel emotionally fulfilling. But also this Knight of Cups, he's making money off of doing what he's passionate about. He's out there offering out to the world, and it feels career-oriented. Let me just check something here. Although we do have fun and romance and partnership. And so we have home, fun and romance, and work-life balance. So this would definitely be work-life balance here. So changes in the home or around the home might be something that's going on here. But doing what you love and then being rewarded. But it's going to take hard work. See the Eight of Pentacles. This is about the mentorship. This is looking for those who can help you and guide you. It's probably going to be spirit based on these other two cards. So really paying attention to the opportunities that come forward. What did you learn from the lesson that you just experienced going through the ending to the new beginning that's leading you to that beautiful Ten of Cups. That's the I've got it all. I'm financially successful. I have loyal family and friends. I am loved. I am surrounded by love. I've made it. So in order to get there, follow your passion, follow your inner guidance, keep things in balance. Keeping things in balance is going to be a little tricky because you've got this fast-paced moving energy here of the Knight of Wands. So that's going to require a little extra effort. You have such great cards. I don't know where to put them all. Let's figure this out. maybe if I slide these over, because I really want you to focus on the fact that it is through dedication, practice, and effort that you're going to be successful. It's not just going to be handed to you. You're going to have to take action. Okay? You're going to have to take action. All right. So we start out the week with this moon in Taurus. So for you, this is your 4th house. Your 4th house is your home and what's surrounding your home. It's very much this energy because it's also, this is Pentacles energy, is also Taurian energy. And so it's how do you get there? It's about the balance. The balance on Tuesday. Tuesday is a day of balance, but it's also a really good energy day. But the overall energy of the moon being in this position and in Taurus is about the sense of responsibility. How can I be efficient? How can I efficiently move things forward? New way of looking things. How can I be more productive? So there's a little bit of analysis of the situation, but I think that the way you're going to do the analysis is going to be very intuitive. So listen and pay attention to that. Take the time for the pleasure and the beauty to notice what's going on around you while you're keeping everything in balance. And let's get you a little bit of guidance on that. So this is going to be Monday and Tuesday and actually Wednesday, because it isn't until 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday Eastern Daylight Time that the moon is going to move into Gemini. So this is pretty much the first part of the week, and you have a time of new birth. So here you go. This is the death and the rebirth process, and this is moving forward. And it's moving quickly because we aren't going from the death and the rebirth into an ace. We're already moving. We're already moving. So you have power in prayer, and that would be listening to your intuition and asking for guidance and protection. And you have emotional protection, which also comes up later in the reading. And so emotional protection is, oh gosh, if you've just come out of a difficult situation, it's not shutting down and guarding your heart. It is knowing that you are being emotionally protected by spirit and that you're being led and guided in a direction. Be sure to ask for help with the beach. When the beach shows up, it's like, you need to ask for the help. Spirit's at the ready, wants to help you, but they can't. You don't ask because you have free will. You have free will. So on Thursday, you might be feeling like you really have been successful. This is a victory card. These are definitely victory cards. And so you might be feeling very victorious about understanding that you've come through a situation and knowing that you are resilient and you have new growth and you have new opportunities and that you learned something. There's real wisdom to be gained from taking the information you have and distilling it down into wisdom with that moon in Gemini. And on Friday, it's also about taking the time to spend a little time and doing the research that you need to do. Not Friday. Yeah, Friday. Doing a little bit of research. So it could be researching within, using your intuition, or it might actually be finding a mentor, talking to somebody, finding out what kind of information you need to move a project forward, so that whatever this transition is, it could be the end of a job, the beginning of a new job, but honestly, it's falling in around the place of the home. So maybe you are moving, changing home, changing situation around home. Maybe it's a new roommate, maybe something's changing around there. All right, so what do we have going on here? You have pure male energy. Okay, this is yang energy. Pure male energy is stepping into your power, stepping up and taking action. Stepping into your power, stepping up and taking action. Stepping into your power, stepping up and taking action. Change is happening. The best way to manifest things in the direction that you want to go would be for you to go ahead and start moving things forward. But maybe not being super aggressive like a knight of swords goes in slashing and cutting, but instead just moving things forward, listening to your heart, paying attention, because you also have gentle power. So there's power in prayer, and this could be that gentle power or the power of moving things forward, being as gentle as possible as you move in direct and put things in the position that you would like to make them move forward. You have the Dawn Watcher. I've never seen this. Bells will ring. All right, we're going to take a peek at this one. I think when I look at that this means that you're going to be very successful and there will be celebration. But it also could mean that It's the dawn of a new day. Things are changing, and you know how they ring the church bells for people to let them know that it's a new day and it's time to come in. But let me just, what is that? Number 31? 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. So again, we're talking about the family. Stability around the family. Am I reading that wrong? Oh, I'm sorry, it's not 31. It is 31. All right, so why when I look in here, I don't see that? I'm dyslexic and it's late, so I worry that I'm just not reading properly, but that's really, this says, oh my gosh, it helps to use the right book. Oh, Aquarius, you're laughing at me. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, never think that you are alone in the world. You do have guardians, and I am one of them. I will literally ring alarm bells. Ooh, good thing I'm reading this. I will literally ring alarm bells for you. So that's part of that protection, right? You are protected. Emotional protection. I will literally ring alarms bells for you when you need a forewarning and a foreknowledge. There is nothing to fear. When you receive this message, you simply need to pay attention and take note and act when the time is right. I will always alert you, and it is my particular domain and charge to watch from the new sky as the sun rises and to let you know that you hardly dare even hope for. What you have hardly even dared hope for has a chance of coming true. Watch for the sunrise and know that as she does, so too do your hopes. And these bells will ring out for you to let you know that the approach of new growth, new warmth, and new energetic time is coming for you. Listen and hear the bells ring for you, and then you shall awaken from your deep soul sleep. Okay, so 2 things. 1, you are protected. You are being protected, and you will know. It'll be like, oh my gosh, something's wrong here. Listen to your intuition, right? And the other thing is, what I saw was that new day is dawning. You have time of new birth. You have the death and rebirth cycle. And so pay attention to the signs and the signals that the growth is coming. So be sure to show gratitude. Be sure to show gratitude for the help and the guidance. Look around your life and understand how many good things are actually already happening. And when you recognize that, it raises your vibrational energy, which helps to bring in higher vibrational opportunities. And then we have the protection card. And this is when the moon on Saturday and Sunday is in Cancer. So, the moon in Cancer, at this particular place, the one thing is listen to the alarm bells, right? Because some people can be a little manipulative. Trust in your intuition, your feelings. Understand that if something isn't what you, not everything is going to be clear. Like, it's almost like, not everything is what it seems like. So those alarm bells become particularly important because they showed up for you on this. And so tensions and emotions are going to be high, but also I kind of want to say look out for the sneaky stuff. So if someone's like messing with your emotions, playing on your emotions, trying to tell you one thing when they mean another thing, like really your intuition is going to be your best friend coming up this weekend. But you are being guided and you are being protected. And so really listening to that intuition becomes even more important. It can really get you to where you want to go. Okay, so I'm going to move to the love portion of the reading at this time. Oh, I should take a crystal card. I'm going to take a crystal card, and then I'm going to move to the love portion. So the crystal card will have an affirmation for you to help guide you through this interesting week. This interesting week ahead, and you have, Unikite. I love this. My emotions are balanced. My emotions are balanced. I react to others in an objective and loving way, right? Gentle power. Gentle power, reacting to people in a gentle, loving way, keeping your emotions balanced because you're going to be protected. I think that if something's wacky, you'll know. You'll know. So listen to that little voice in your head, in your gut, in your heart. If your heart feels clenched up, if you're like, whoa, something seems wrong there, trust it. Trust what you know, because that is how you will know. All right. Just get these out of the way. Can't stand the clutter on the table when I'm trying to do everything. Here we go. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to do the 9-card spread. The 9-card spread is, it talks to us about the past, the present, the future, what you're thinking about, thoughts, feelings, and actions. It gives guidance based on, I picked the Lenormand houses for each of the positions so that we can have a clearer thing. The first card out is always the key to the situation, so new life. So they are really doubling down on the death and the rebirth situation here. A new situation is coming. Things are changing, things are evolving. Okay. And the overall energy is higher power. This is listening to your intuition. This is asking for help and guidance. This is asking for the protection and asking and listening. This is really getting in touch with your spirituality to help you navigate through this, chaos and conflict was underneath that. So times are, change is always complicated and kind of messy, and so asking, but new opportunities on the horizon. In the recent past, you were thinking, have I been here before? This seems familiar. Did I learn anything? I'm trying to see things from a different perspective. Am I gaining that perspective? Am I utilizing that perspective in the best way possible to help me figure out what it is I need to do at this point, at this juncture? So this is like understanding. This is actually in this position of news and information coming in. This is the awareness that, hey, this feels familiar. And what did I learn, and what should I do, and where am I going now? Because as we evolve, it's always circular, and we come back around, but we get a higher perspective, and there is a situation that you understand because you've been round and around in similar situations somehow, somewhere in your life. You're like, yeah, no, that's not for me. That's the recognition that whatever the situation is that you're moving away from, the death and the rebirth, that's going to bring you the new life, you're absolutely right. It's not for you. It's not. See that a little better. Okay, and it's time to go. Okay, well, in case you were wondering, it's not for you, it's time to go. There's a new beginning. All right, in the recent past, you have been struggling with this whole idea of what's fair, what's balance, what's justice. You've had a lot of doubts about, I'm not sure if I'm being fair. I'm not sure if the situation is being fair. I feel like maybe almost as though you've stayed in a situation longer than you were planning, than you would have liked to, maybe because you just wanted to be sure, because it felt familiar. Am I doing everything that I know how to do, or is it time to go? And in the future, in the space of the heart, you have a deep inner knowing. This is that connection with your intuition, your higher self. This is the part in your heart where you're like, deep in your heart, you know that the decision that you're making is correct. You'll be comfortable with it. In the recent past, the obstacle is you've been right there on the edge for a while, but afraid to take the leap. Because I think you're trying to be fair and trying to maybe see it from other people's perspective, trying to make the right decision, but the current action that you need to take as you move forward is to do everything by the book, standing in your integrity so as not to unleash negative karmic stuff into your life. And it's not really how that works, but everything that you do does has to be balanced out eventually. So working and stepping into the highest integrity, the space of integrity where you do things in the best way possible, moving forward, gentle power. Remember, gentle power. And look at this, death and rebirth, you have regeneration. So in case you were wondering what we were talking about around the home and the family, because we had the 4th house of home, the 5th house of fun and romance, the 6th house of also your health, but that whole work-life balance. In case you were wondering, there's some aspect that doesn't work for you. Could be the job is out of whack and you need to make some changes there. Could be a situation around the home. Could be the home itself needs to be, maybe you need to move. some situation there is not for you. Okay. Sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is your sense of self-worth, self-esteem, what you value. So in the area of what you're thinking about what you value, we have also, this was trying to come out, the rest and the reconsider. So I think that you have spent time, this was the card that supports it, right? So I think you've been spending some time looking at the situation, coming to the edge, trying to be fair, resting and considering what is fair, what am I worth, am I being treated the way I should, is this a value to me in the long run? Get a little guidance on the area of your feelings with regards to love. Okay, so we had that Ten of Pentacles energy, and now we have the family showing up. We have spiritual growth, which is also sitting in meditation, is a lot like that High Priestess. Oh, okay. You are coming out of some kind of a karmic situation that needed to be released in order for you to find your true love. There is a situation that needed to be released in order to help you find that true love, that karmic love, the person you're supposed to be with. Wow. Let's see what you can do to help get yourself ready, because honestly, when you come out of a negative situation, taking a little time out, this rest and reconsider, the spiritual growth, taking some time to figure out what your value system is to get yourself right before you go diving into another relationship is the best way to ensure that that next relationship has a healthier opportunity for stability. So let's see what areas you could be working on to prepare yourself for that. Okay, so you have the abundance card. When I see the abundance card in this deck, it's about knowing. It's about believing with all your heart that you can have this. The universe is abundant. There's no limit. What it takes is you believing and opening to it, and if you know what you're worth and what your value system is and what it is that you're seeking, if you open the door to the flow of abundance, it can reach you. I'm just going to Do you want your relationship to primarily focus on money or property, or would you like to be the focus on fun, intimacy, and mutual support? So it's kind of up to you. You get to decide what's important to you, what's your value system. So do you want it to be about love and support, or do you want it to be about money? And the choice is yours. You can decide. There's no judgment. You decide. You have the opportunity to make a decision. And then we have yin yang show up, and we'll read that one too. Yin yang is about finding balance between giving and receiving. And so it almost feels like, because it's in that sixth house of work-life balance, that there's been an imbalance in the work-life balance that's creating an imbalance in your home. And so it might not be that you're leaving a relationship, but maybe you're leaving a job so that you can create balance in your home. That some of you, that's the decision you're going to make. And so it says here, in an existing relationship, there might be too much yin, which is the female is dominant in some way, and maybe the home is too pretty and the male cannot find a place where he feels comfortable, or their lives have become all about the children and the sexual yang energy has disappeared. If there's too much yin present, the female will feel suppressed or controlled. Whatever the imbalance, it needs to be addressed. Remember, we had that chariot about the balance. Balance seems to be very important. Loving relationships in general are infused with the yin and the yang energies, the male and the female. When the feminine energies and masculine energies flow well together and around each other, you will be blessed with harmony, balance, abundance, and joy. When there's too much of one energy, or when one is weak, you will be challenged in certain areas in your life and your relationship. I thought they were going to address the yang energy. Where is that? It was all about the yin. If you are seeking a soulmate, take a moment to quietly tune into your own balance of yin and yang. Do you have a tendency to be too passive? That's too much yin. With a potential of partner, or too aggressive, which is too much yang. If you're always let the other person make the decisions, or if you're always the one trying to make something happen, then it's time to create more balance. You have drawn this card today so that you can consider the levels of yin and yang in your life and make adjustments. Make the required changes in your behavior and environment, and even in your wardrobe. Other changes in your wardrobe. And other changes must be accompanied by inner reflection and growth. Contemplate the yin-yang symbol, then close your eyes and meditate the feeling of your energies. Allow them to become balanced, whichever one you feel you need more of, and you could try wearing a yin-yang to remind you. Sometimes when I read these, I think it's just kind of interesting. Why doesn't it talk about... Oh, here we go. If there's too much yang present, the female will feel suppressed or controlled. I must have missed the word. Okay, here we go. Like, why didn't they address both of them? Oof. All right, Aquarius. I would redo this video tomorrow, except then they wouldn't be out on time. I'm sorry, I'm just really tired. I want to get this done, but you have so many cards coming. What? This one. Okay. Let's see what we have here. So messages from Spirit is reflection. Give each other some space at the moment and trust and have the faith that all will work out for the best. That's finding balance. So if you're in a relationship and it's been too much yin or too much yang, taking a step back, allowing yourselves to have time to figure things out is a good idea. If it says don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, fertile is only when you're true to yourself that you can be true to others. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light and feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Look inside yourself and examine what is causing you to feel this way. I feel like there's several people here. Some of these situations, it's work has been too much. Some of these situations, the partnership is not working right. And some of these situations is a combination of a lot of things, and it's just putting a lot of stress and pressure. And I think it comes down to you deciding which aspect is not for you, the work or the relationship, or both in some ways. Maybe it's too much work, and as long as you continue that, you'll never find a relationship that works. Or it's not having enough boundaries, and if you're always giving in and people are always running over you, you're going to have to work on your yang energy. But there's some kind of a karmic situation around the family that needs to be resolved in order to bring the true karmic love in. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. This is that death and rebirth. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. All right, here we go. You have the twin flames energy. Some, not all of you, have been in a relationship with a karmic partner that was here to help you to learn something, to grow, so that when you release this, when you go through this death and this rebirth process, then you will come in contact with your twin flame, and you'll have a better chance of having that relationship. So, okay, gosh, I really hate talking about this. All right, so everybody wants to know about it, and so I did a lot of research on the twin flame thing. Okay, so when we were created by Source, our energy split into a divine masculine and divine feminine, and you could be a male and actually be the divine feminine, but you will reincarnate in both. And you're here to learn lessons and to grow. And at some point in time, in order to raise the vibrational energy of the planet, these twin flame energies will reunite. It may be in this lifetime. It may be in this lifetime, but in another timeline. And it may not even be until later. So people who are holding out for that twin flame relationship and not just living their life and enjoying and growing and becoming a better version are missing out. Don't hold out so hard for that. But there is a lot of that happening, and in October there's a lot of things astrologically set up that there's a lot of people walking away from karmic situations so that they can find their twin flame. That is actually happening. It's not happening for everyone. So if that is your story, great. If it's not your story, great. Because your level of happiness, your level of success in this life is totally dependent on your attitude about it and the effort you put in. So you can have the 10 of Pentacles with a partner that is not your twin flame. So yes, that can happen. And there's a lot of that happening. But that doesn't determine whether or not you are successful and joyful and have love and laughter and joy in your life. So don't let that be the thing that guides you, okay? All right. I will talk to you soon. You guys have a great week, and I'll be back next week. See you then.